We're all about the local music here at KRCB, and I've got a couple local musicians in right now. Lindalou and Michael Riggy are here. Hi, you guys.
Hey, Doug. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. First of all, thanks for supporting the station. I know you guys did a DJ for a Day recently, and that was awesome.
That was fun.
It was. Thanks to Jeff and Sherry. We are supporters.
Yeah, cool, man. And I love the DJ for a Day. Yeah. It's just so really great to... You know, it really reminds me of like when we were younger and you'd go to someone's house and pull out records and start listening, and I just love it.
Yeah, really me
too. It's very cool. So talk a little bit about yourself. You guys have been playing music together a long time. Give a little Lindalou and Michael background.
Well, we met back in 1973 in a biology class in 10th grade. And I was heartbroken by my last boyfriend, but he put up with that.
So it's 1973. That's a while ago.
That's I think 53 years ago.
Good Lord.
I can't even believe it.
Now, when did you start playing music together?
Within a year or two, I think.
Well, I noticed he had a guitar, and I started kind of following him around.
Because I smelled like weed.
No, you're not supposed to say that on the radio.
Hey, come on. It's legal.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago, I'm sure.
That was not why.
It wasn't legal then, though. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have said that.
Not a problem. So you guys played music. Did you play out and about? And
No, not
well,
for
we
years.
did some benefits for Greenpeace back then in the 70s.
Right,
and Michael was a graphic artist and used to make these nice posters and stuff, and did signs for restaurants where we would get... Part of the pay was in free meals. I guess they weren't free because he worked hard, and he taught me to help him with some of that sign painting.
But pretty soon, Lindalou blew on a friend's flute and found out she could get a tone out of it, and took a few lessons at Family Light Music School in Sausalito, and really, I think she's mostly self-taught. And
I didn't stick with the lessons, and I don't read music.
But I don't know how she does it. If I try and blow on that flute, I get hyperventilated and fall down.
But it's fun. I love
it. So you guys have, I played a track off your first album, which is called Beginner's Luck.
Yeah.
Came out in 2003.
It took us a long time to make a second CD.
23 years ago. Okay, so that was your only album for the longest time.
Well,
until
we started
10 o'clock this morning.
Right. We started a couple of years ago. A lot of these songs on this CD, or this album, it's not a CD yet because we have to send it off for duplication still, but it's on Bandcamp. But we started writing the songs, some of them a long time ago, but we just never got around to recording them.
So we piled up 15 tracks plus one little brief instrumental at the end.
That Daryl just accidentally recorded while Michael was goofing around.
And you recorded with Daryl Webb in Healdsburg.
Yeah, and he says hi.
Oh, he's a great guy.
He sure is.
He's wonderful, and he's...
So what's the difference between your experiences with making the album 23 years ago and then making this one?
Well, they were both made with Daryl as the engineer, amazingly. He was at Banquet Studios then, and the technology has really updated. There's new versions of Pro Tools, I guess, every few months or something.
All the time.
And I think... what didn't change is that he was just so patient and encouraging, and has a very discerning ear, and he'll say, "Well, how did that? That harmony didn't land quite right. Let's try that again." And he was just a pleasure to work with.
I think it's so important when you're doing something like that the engineer makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I hear these stories. How about Phil Spector?
Yeah.
Bringing out a gun.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'll try to get it done properly this time, Coach. Yeah.
No, he's a lot like you, Doug, where he's makes people feel comfortable. Sounds like your old buddy.
And his studio, which is, have you been there in his studio?
Yeah.
Camp Rose is such a sweet place, and it was just so comfortable there.
Yeah, it's
and we're sad that he's not going to be doing recording anymore, but he's got a full-time teaching job now, and we're so lucky that he squeezed us in here after we procrastinated for so long.
He's got a good gig.
He does. Windsor High School.
So your first album was called Beginner's Luck, and the new one is called, what's it called?
Different Round Here.
Camp Rose Sessions.
Okay, we're going to play a couple tracks of it. Is there anything you want to say before I hit the play
There's
button?
kind of a through line of the first 3 songs on the thing here.
We'll just play 2 of them now. But.
Yeah, and that is post Glass Fire, and they were songs that were spooked out of us by that experience, where we were evacuated, but our house survived, unlike a lot of people I know.
Good.
Close all the way around us. So
boy.
that was pretty scary, but we are so lucky.
Yeah. Okay, so the first track is called?
Different Round Here.
That's the title track.
Yep.
Okay, and then the second one we're going to go right into is called?
Gone.
Gone. All right, here we go. New music from Lindalou and Michael.
Guess the wildflowers seem to like a wildfire, 'cause they're blooming like crazy this year. Half the blackened trees are sprouting back to life. Sure looks different round here. When the wind gets angry in the fall, past few years makes it hard to sleep at night. Packed some things, they're ready by the door. Not sure what else to grab, though we've done this before. Scare us half to death most every year. Though I know it's just nature's way of asking, are you really sure you ought to live right here? On this mountain surrounded by a forest, hill so steep a rabbit wouldn't go. Breaks my heart just the thought of leaving it behind. And if you ask me where we're headed, I don't know. Guess the wildflowers seem to like a wildfire, 'cause they're blooming like crazy this year. Half the blackened trees are sprouting back to life. Sure looks different round here. Sure looks different round here. Can't see what was here before, 'cause it's gone. You can't see wrong. There were houses and trees, people crying, oh God, please. But you can't see what was here before, 'cause it's gone. Hard to believe what was here before, 'cause it's gone. We can't retrieve all the memory in a song. So much lost and so much sorrow, but here we are now. We got tomorrow, but you can't see what was here before, 'cause it's gone. Before, 'cause it's gone. You can't see what was here before, something's wrong. There were houses and there were trees, people crying, no God please. But you can't see what was here before, 'cause it's gone. Hard to believe what was here before, 'cause it's gone. We can't retrieve all the memory with a song. So much lost and so much sorrow, but here we are now. We got tomorrow, but you can't see what was here before, 'cause it's gone. So what comes next? You can't see tomorrow till it comes. You can't see what was here before, 'cause it's gone.
My guests are Lindalou and Michael Riggy, and we're listening to their new album. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Thanks.
brand new.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys.
It took us long enough.
You know, when the title track, I just watched this documentary the other night on YouTube, Neil Young, The Making of Harvest.
Wow.
And there's shots of him in his studio, and he's playing the acoustic guitar, and then he starts blowing on the harmonica, and it's the same vibe that I got listening to your album. I mean, that sound is just, you know, the acoustic guitar and harmonica and vocals and harmony. I just love that stuff.
I don't mind that comparison at all.
No, we were definitely influenced by Neil Young.
Yeah. It sounds really good, you guys.
Well, thanks, Doug.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, we're excited, and I wanted to mention that there's a lead on that last song that we had left a space for Susan Ballinger to put violin on it, and Ted Dutcher was going to play bass, and we kept talking about it, but we just never managed to make it happen. And then all of a sudden, Daryl told us he's closing the studio, and if we wanted to just button it up.
And he was going to send us back all our files.
Well, it could be like a karaoke thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would suggest.
Well,
if you're
People
listening
can
at home,
listen to it and do a lead at home.
please.
We actually
Please do.
we have some YouTube videos with Ted and Susan playing live with us, and there's one of that song too.
Moonlight.
But it's kind of cool that you guys do all the instruments and all the vocals,
Yeah,
just the two of you.
It was definitely simpler. We didn't have to get together and
Practice and-
rehearse with them, but we do.
Practicing. Who needs it?
No, we did practice, but we weren't able to get it together with all our pals, for which we were kind of sorry. But we also have had people say, well, the CD we did back in '03 had lots of bells and whistles and cello and
Terry
dobro
Angela,
and
Doug Harmon plays a
banjo,
little.
mandolin.
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
But people said, well, it doesn't sound like you guys, because it was so much more.
Yeah.
So this is just us.
What's it like being in a band with your spouse?
It works for us.
Yeah.
We get along really well. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Does music music just seems like it's something that, like, if a couple was having issues, play a song, put a record on, or grab your guitar or something.
That's true. And thank God we don't really argue about. We have really similar tastes in music.
And we play a
which
lot
helps.
because our job is playing at care facilities, and we've been doing that for a
that's
long
right.
time.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
So we play several times a week for the old folks, and some of them, they don't even know their own families anymore, but they remember the old songs, and they
I
are
love that.
really into
Yeah.
it, and they light up when we show up, and it's really nice.
Like a lot of the old great stuff we don't get into the jazz realm. We're not that good, but when you play all these classic things like we were hearing on the way in today, those old songs really have legs. There's a reason that people remember them.
My mom, before she passed away, was in a care facility where they had someone who would come by once a week and play piano. And I went to visit her one time, and all these people are singing "The Old Gray Mare" to stay what she used to be. It was poetic.
Yeah.
All right, Lindalou and Michael, you got your instruments ready. You're going to play something for us in the studio here live?
I guess.
We might play.
Hooray.
We might play an old song that Michael wrote a long time ago that's not on the CD. We thought people can listen to the CD on Bandcamp if you want, or go to our website lindalouandmichael.net, and you can find it there.
And the Friday, there's a deal that Bandcamp does on Fridays. I think it's the first Friday of every month.
We don't even know about that yet.
You get more of a cut.
I'll be darned.
Like the Bandcamp actually gives the artist more money on the first Friday.
Wow, we had not
Wow.
heard about that. But
Check it out on their webpage and then let all your friends know.
And honestly, we aren't really doing it for the money. We just love music so much. We gave our first one away on a Creative Commons license and just told people download our music.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, because we're such brilliant business people.
All right, Lindalou and Michael Riggi, everybody.
Well, this is a strange song. As a matter of fact, it's called Strange But True. But our brother-in-law, Tim Conrad, often requests this song. So, Tim, if you're listening, this one's for you. And they have a very complex relationship. I saw a frog on the wall of my house as I was walking in. It's mighty good to sit down in a chair and have a cool drink of water. And if you'd like to dance in the moonlight, let us begin. say a woman needs a man, like a fish needs a bicycle, and there's so many fish in the sea. But I would bet all of the bicycles in China that you have something in common with me. Another complex relationship. They know what they like to do, and sometimes they play. Seems like this world doesn't have enough time just for fooling around. But like the monkey takes the banana, we take today. To me now, can't you see that I'm thinking, and I haven't got this thing figured out. There's many boats off the shore, and some of them are sinking, all with good hands we cannot sail on without.
Hooray.
Thanks, Doug.
What a fun song.
That's a real
We
old
specialize
one.
in quirky, Doug.
That was written when we had 2 dogs and 2 boys living at home.
How many dogs you got now?
We're dogless right
you're
now.
dogless?
We lost our dogs.
Sorry to hear that, but it's good to have them in a song.
Yeah.
We've always had dogs, and the last 2 left us in the last couple of years, and we've been kind of afraid to get another one because it's a huge responsibility.
And then they break your heart.
I hear you. Lindalou and Michael Ricky are here, everybody. They've got a new album they just are showcasing here on the radio station. It's called Different Round Here. The Camp Rose sessions can be found on Bandcamp. So you do that by going to Lindalou, one word, and Michael, and their last name, Ryge. Sounded real good, you guys. Want to do another one?
Do we have time?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, there's another thing that I don't know if we should plug this because it's a tiny little venue, but we also have a gig coming up in Bodega at the Bluewater Lounge, because we're lounge singers now, you know.
Sweet.
On the 16th.
You
When
can
is that?
certainly talk about it.
It's on Thursday, the 16th of July.
A week from yesterday.
From 4 to 7 p.m.
And it's just beautiful out there.
It's a
You know,
small
you're looking
place.
right out at the bay, and it's just a lovely time, and people are having it's kind of a homeowners association little bar and restaurant there, and they're yucking it up, and we get to play there. It's an honor.
Welcome to the Bluewater Lounge, everybody.
It's the 3rd time they've asked us back, so we're happy about that.
That's a good thing. And give the date one more time. It's on the
July
Thursday,
16th.
July 16th. Okay, Bluewater Lounge, 4 until 7.
Yep.
Lindalou and Michael are going to do one more for us here.
Okay, well, this is,
This is on the CD.
not all of our songs are about dogs. Just so you know that, but this one also has, excuse me while I tune here, but this one is also has canine references. Is this close enough for folk music?
We're on the radio.
I know.
Better be in tune.
friends have always made me glad. They never have made me surly. And it's off to work. In the morning I go, and it's always bright and early. Water for the dog, grease for the squeak, oats for the horse, shoes on his feet. Take a little walk down by the creek where the ferns are green and curly. I know an old boy who works quite hard. He lives not far from here. And when he's done with his daily toil, he likes to have himself a beer or two. Water for the dog, grease for the squeak, beer for the boy with boots on his feet. Take a little walk down by the creek where the ferns are green and curly. So many of the times that I've been wrong, but at least I can admit it. I even used to smoke that brown tobacco, but years ago I quit it. All the mistakes I made last year, red, green, black, and blue ones, I hope I learned a thing or two, so this year I can make some new ones. Water for the dog, grease for the squeak, something to help me with the way that I speak. I need no excuse for the company I keep, and her mother's name is Shirley. True story. Somehow I get too loose and my brain is out near Jupiter. Maybe I'll check in with ground control before I get much stupider. Stand by, Houston. Cause life is short and life is hard and life is full of trouble. And you might say I'm full of gas, but beer is full of bubbles. So it's water for the dog, grease for the squeak, beer for the boy with boots on his feet. Stunk and droned, can barely speak, but at least he don't have the whirlies. Journey we're on is long and strange, but at least we've made it this far. And I truly hope that you are well and that you know how well you are. Water for the dog, grease for the squeak, something to believe in so you don't freak. I hope that you find the thing that you seek, or at least you enjoy the journey.
What a great song. I love your guitar playing.
Well, thanks.
And your flute playing.
Thank you.
And you're singing. It's Lindalou and Michael. Everybody, go see him at the Bluewater Lounge in Bodega Bay on Thursday, July 16th from 4 until 7.
And then we'll be on the way out in November. We get to play at the Lost Church with Robin and John again. The Strider Factor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Might even be listening
Who are
from
now in
Sweden.
Sweden.
We got a nice message.
And my
actually.
cousin in Denmark might be listening. Søren, hvis du er der, så kan du bare høre efter. Ved du hvad, det er ikke tit, vi får en chance til at tale på radio. Så nu kan du høre efter.
He learned Danish when he learned English. His family spoke it around.
That is awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Doug.
You're tuned to Sonoma County's NPR station, KRCB FM, Rohnert Park, KRCG FM, Windsor, a service of Northern California Public Media, slightly after 2 o'clock here in the Sonoma County. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Lindalou and Michael, and
Thanks for having us.
good luck. Man, it was fun.